Hi everyone, welcome to Divine Sacred Tarot. Today is such an unusual video that I was wanting to called to share, and there is a few things that I'm going to be talking about regarding the animal spirits, the spiritual team, the ancestors and guides, predominantly the animals that you see on your screen. Obviously, this isn't exclusive to those animals, but if you are seeing any of those right now, this is going to be a really big message for you guys. Remember, I am doing this as right now as a hobby. I would love to do this more and more as a part-time role. So if you are here and you are brand new, please click the like button. Make sure you hit subscribe and comment below. And I'm going to put a little bit of a disclaimer on this one. When you put your spirit animals and guides names in the comments box, we can supercharge it in our energy, right? Remember, where attention goes, energy flows. So if this is something that resonates with you, please let me know, and I would love to hear from you. If you didn't want to share your experience, but you wanted to comment on who your guides are or your spirit team, I would love, 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 love to see those. Okay, so first things first, if anybody is feeling ascension symptoms such as lightheadedness or a little bit woozy, you've just stood up from laying down and you feel really, really lightheaded, I want you to know that when you are experiencing, when you're thinking about your twin flame, your soulmate, or your love interest, this is a physical response to the intense emotions and energies associated with those connections. So, a lot of times people say, well, we are dealing with the ethereal different dimension. And because then we are having to pull that energy away back into the present moment, we end up feeling dizzy. Obviously, I am a performance coach. I know in the physical scientific realm, there is no substance to this. However, if we can believe in love, if we can believe in magic, if we can believe in the law of assumption and attraction and all of these things, we know there is a higher regard, higher influence to what is happening. And I'm about to record a specific reading. And at the bottom of the deck, there is number 22, divine animals. Now, divine animals is very, very important in the relationship between you and your counterpart, but also you are going to see these messages via your other soulmates and partners, your other relationships like family and friends, and even posts like this. So if you're not seeing squirrels or dragonflies or hummingbirds, that's okay. You're seeing them now, right? This is the big transformation that is happening at the beginning of September. So some of you may be feeling quite stagnant. It's been quite a slow year in a physical sense, but very, very pacey, fast moving in the ethereal fifth dimension, six, seven, eight, nine, multiple dimensions. So when you're feeling dizzy, you're actually bringing that energy back into the physical. And we always say that when you believe, that is the state of being when you are experiencing it in the physical. That is like the last confirmation regarding union, which is why there's so much emphasis about inner union, inner divine masculine and feminine. But when you're feeling this intense emotion and energies and you're experiencing these bouts of lightheadedness, obviously, I'm not a medical professional. If you are feeling vertigo and lightheadedness, please do see a physician and a practice that can support you in this. This is more, you know exactly what is happening. You felt overwhelming feelings of excitement, anticipation, some sense of anxiety, but you're feeling it's connected to your partnership, to your relationship. So when we end up thinking about our particular person, our special person, our twin flame or soulmate, this rush of emotions comes through the ethereal realm and it affects our body physically, causing that lightheadedness, the increased heart rate. And it almost feels as if you are being swept off your feet. from a spiritual perspective, this is because of that energetic exchange between you individuals, because you're sharing this deep soul level connection. And the energy between twin flames or even soulmates, it's often described as powerful, intense, and potentially causing this temporary imbalance in your own energy field. This is why you sometimes pick up energies from your twin flames experiencing things, and vice versa. They probably do, but they probably don't have access to information like this. And that obviously manifests into lightheadedness. So that is only one sign and one symptom. Ultimately, it is a sign of a profound impact on the relationship on both of you, and that you're deeply affected both emotionally and energetically by the love and the connection you feel. So I wanted to move on to signs, symbols, synchronicities, animal spirits. So, whatever your animal spirit or your ancestors come to you in certain animals, please let us know on the comments box which is your animal spirit. You can send an emoji if there is an emoji, or you can write down some of the various animal spirits that you may receive. Now, I haven't actually put my specific animal spirit that is linked to my divine masculine, but there are so many different other ways that divine masculine has communicated with me when we're not in physical communication. So, for those of you who are experiencing the tree of life, the soul tree, it's very much about stepping into your higher version, because you are storing the seed of potential within that into a huge tree. Now, I know that is a lot of scattered information, but what I'm trying to say is the seed of an oak tree does not know it's going to be an oak tree. It is just a little seed, right? So we've had experiences where we have understood that there is something within us. There is something quite profound and eternal about us, and we're not quite ready to understand what this means. And that is why we need to heal. That is why we need to shed. This is why we need to come into a higher version of ourselves. So, what is happening regarding these trees? I wrote about it in the post recently, and I wanted to share it with you guys regarding what this all means. I know that the tree of souls, the soul tree, the tree of life, all have different conceptual meanings. It actually appears in different methodologies, mythologies, cultures, and one of them is Star Wars. So if you haven't read any of my posts, this is going to be brand new for you. If you have, obviously you can listen, or you can forward it for 20 seconds. But Star Wars universe has a soul tree. It is a sacred tree planted in the forest of the moon of Endor. When an Ewok is born, Ewoks are thought to be spiritual, connected to the trees, and the tree's condition can indicate the Ewok's health or character. So when an Ewok dies, their hood is attached to the tree trunk, and the spirit is thought to take up residence in the tree. So shamans may also use such trees to contact ancestors and draw upon their power. In Avatar, obviously I'm very aware that these are like Disney owned things, but regardless of this, this is supposed to be here for you to hear, to know, to understand. And in Avatar, the Tree of Souls is the Vatarayan Ramuang, pardon my pronunciation. It is a sacred site for the Navi clan, and the Navi use the tree to connect with Aiwa. They ask for guidance, they perform healing rites and rituals, they express gratitude. The tree is like this tall, willowy like tree, and its bioluminescence tendrils and they have a larger root system, and it's all connected to the center of the caldera shaped enclave. So again, they go to this tree for healing, for harmony, for this expression of ethereal magic that they can't do themselves. In Judeo-Christian mythology, the Garden of Eden, obviously there is a tree of life, there's the tree of souls that produces new souls which fall into the gulf and the treasury of the souls. And in Celtic culture, this is where the tree of life is sacred and represents the afterlife in the connection between heaven and earth. The Celts believed that the tree were their ancestors and gatekeepers to the Celtic otherworld. Celtic tree astrology is based on the idea that the time of birth is related to personality and behavior, and that has different species of trees can be associated with different personalities in humans. And why is this all important? Well, there was a little bit more expansion regarding the willow tree. And obviously, if you can see the thumbnail, this is on in the background of the thumbnail. And the willow tree has a definitive role when it comes to soulmates and twin flames, because they share this beautiful symbolic connection rooted in the themes of resilience, growth, deep emotional bonds. So I find it really special that obviously in Avatar they had that willow tree, which was luminescent, right? The willow tree, you are going to be able to see this in real life if you have the capacity to have that around in your area, or you can look it up online. It's known for its graceful, flowing, deep roots. Its branches are flexible, adaptable. They basically have the ability to withstand life storms. And isn't that so poetic when we come to the twin flame journey? How many storms are you encountering? How many transitions and transmutations are you encountering in this journey alone? The willow is a metaphor and a symbolic spiritual guidance for the twins to say that you are bending with the wind without breaking. Soulmates, twin flames do endure this life challenging together. The connection grows stronger through adversity. And the reason I'm bringing soulmates in at this time is a lot of people think that soulmates are the best thing. Like there is no fighting, there is just smooth sailing, and they are happier ever after. But the thing about this channel, I mentioned it earlier, is we attach labels to these things. Us, our human selves, attach labels to these things. Spirit doesn't. So in Buddhism, in the monk thought process, is we need to get out of our heads. We need to get out of our thoughts. So if we think, oh, well, what is that bird? What is that bird called? We're still in our thoughts. We're on the train of thinking another thought, thinking another idea, having our brain consume our living and waking energy. But if we can just absorb and be in the present moment without having to label anything, that is another level of Satori. That is another level of bliss. But this willow tree is this symbolism. It's associated with water, emotion, intuition. So whether you're thinking you're seeing one, whether you've seen one in your meditations, or whether you're hearing about this for the first time, the connection to water, especially for those people who have water signs within their sun, moon, rising, this highlights the deep emotional ties that counterparts have here, right? You have this intuitive understanding of each other. You transcend words. That's basically what I was trying to say. You're not caught up in the physical material realm, because it doesn't matter about labels. It doesn't matter about these names. And so the willow can often symbolize this shelter, this comfort, providing a safe space for healing and growth. And this is so important that the willow, if you're seeing the capacity to have the willow, even after being cut down, it mirrors the resilience found in these connections. No matter the trials, no matter the tribulations, the challenges, They always find a way back to each other. You know, their bond is rejuvenating like the willow's branches in the spring. And essentially, it is embodying the profound connection to life cycles. It's demonstrating how love and partnerships can thrive, can renew no matter the circumstances, no matter the season. This symbolism actually speaks to a relationship that is both deeply rooted and enduring and capable of standing the test of time and fate. So let's move on to the dragonflies. If you're seeing dragonflies at this moment, it is so rich in symbolism. Now, dragonflies in itself could be its own video, but I find the dragonflies so incredible. I first read about the dragonflies in the Gene Keys. So if any of you are interested in that, obviously I've got no affiliation with this. Richard Rudd has this amazing book called The Gene Keys, and he does talk about it in one of the Gene Key codes. Obviously, the codes are taken from the human coding, the I Ching, all of these different concepts and astrology signs. But the dragonflies in particular, if you're seeing them at this time, this is a special connection when it comes to the concept of twin flames and soulmates. It represents transformation. We are in a period of change. We are in a period of deepening our spiritual bonds individually. But this also has this delicate, powerful symbolism because these creatures are messengers of growth. They are embodiment of lightness when it comes to spiritual maturity. So if you're seeing this, you know you are on the right path and you're evolving in such a profound way. But in the context of twin flames and soulmates, these dragonflies symbolize the transformative journey that these relationships do entail. So a dragonfly undergoes a remarkable metamorphosis. If we thought butterflies were incredible, dragonflies are just as incredible because they stem from being a water dwelling nymph. They have been in the water, staying in the water, you know, just being underwater for the majority of their birth. When they're born, they are a nymph. They are a water dwelling nymph. Then they transform into a creature of the air. Their wings unfold and they are now flying. So they were from the water and then they've come into this flight. It basically is this transformation, just as the caterpillar turns into a butterfly. They've been earthbound and now they are airbound. And obviously, if you're an earth or a air sign, this is obviously quite relevant for you. This is so much about the significant personal growth and transformation when it comes to divine union. This involves shedding those old patterns. If you are coming across all of these devil energies, you're sensing your ego quite a lot lately. You're being humbled by spirit at this time. You're being asked to revise your thought processes, to come back to thinking in a different way. So if you always thought that, oh, my twin flame will never do this, oh, we're never going to get together, that's the old version of you. And even if you've healed those abandonment wounds, those triggers, it's still coming up for you for a reason. So why are they coming up? And how can you see this from a different perspective? So once you once saw something from the ground, how can you see it from the air? And this is more about evolving into your highest version of yourselves, divine feminines and masculines. This is much like the dragonfly emerging from its previous form. So, yes, dragonflies are known for their ability to navigate both water and air. It's symbolizing the balance between emotion and intellect or spirit. So, emotion is water, intellect or spirit is air. And then the soulmate twin flame relationship is such a crucial balance that we need to find between ourselves and the connection. And it's so deeply emotional and so intense as a spiritual connection. The dragonfly reminds us it's important to have this harmony between these two aspects to help both partners grow into this balanced, harmonious way and to get out of your own way, right? To say that I get to come into my fruition era. I get to have all of the things that I desire. And there is something so, so beautiful about some of these affirmations that I wanted to share with you that actually I'm going to speak it into the video now. So if any of these resonates, or if you would want to speak it into existence, um, put your hands on your heart and say that I wished for this. It's finally here. This is happening in September. Make sure you come back to this part of the video. Thank you, universe, for delivering. It's happening just like I imagined. This is real. Everything is falling into place. Me and my divine counterpart are in harmonious union with each other, and we're in a deep, committed relationship. This is exactly what I needed. All of the hard work and patience has paid off. I'm so grateful for this moment. I knew this day would come. This is the breakthrough I have been hoping for. I finally see the results I dreamed of. Everything is working out perfectly. This feels like a dream come true. I am so blessed. Thank you. I have been manifesting this and now it's real. I can't believe it's all happening right now. This moment is the moment that I've been waiting for. I'm finally living the life I envisioned. So I know there was a lot of different sentences is that in that, but if you wanted to go back and just pick out a few, maybe even write it in the comments box, because again, energy attracts energy. What we focus on grows. So even though that this journey is actually quite challenging, let's have a look at the dragonfly and look at the iridescent wings, right? It's so iridescent, it shimmers with different colors depending on that angle of light. It's saying that we get to see things from a multiple perspective. Instead of saying it might not happen, it will not happen, it's saying, what if it does? How will it feel? And that is a key aspect of understanding, to be deeply empathetic with yourself and within your connection, and actually allowing yourselves to view this relationship from a higher perspective. It's not just for the both of you, it's for the wider collective. And that's the beauty and the depth that comes from embracing the love and light, the shadow, the light aspects of your connection. It's such a powerful symbolism of transformation, transcendent nature of the relationships between counterparts. And it also has this confirmation that it's not just about love, it's about growth, it's about spiritual awakening, it's about wholeness. And then the last two animals that I wanted to talk about, one of them is squirrels. Their lively, resourceful nature, they hold meaning when it comes to soulmates and twin flames, because they're known for preparation, they're known for playfulness, they're known for adaptability. And that is the qualities that resonate deeply with these counterparts. It actually represents the idea of preparation and foresight, right? So one of you might be in a hurry to be in the connection. The other one might be like, wait, let me gather my nuts. Let me see what I need to do for the winter season, right? That's what squirrels do. They store food for winter, and there is this harmonious balance, this right place, right time, divine timing that is supposed to be for one another, right? It's supposed to be supported, nurtured. It's supposed to grow in this harmonious way. And that is what I was talking about the seed. The seed doesn't know it's going to be an oak tree, but it has the potential. It has the potential to grow into that very thing that its purpose was here for on earth. And this connection that you have with your divine counterpart, it's saying that both of you are ready to invest in each other's well-being and future. So it's a very important symbolism. It is a very important animal to actually confirm that you are needing to be more playful, more adaptable. Even though this journey is intense, it's challenging, it pushes the both of you, it pulls you in different directions, it unveils your deepest fears and insecurities, it forces you to confront those things. This is a reminder to say that those challenges can be approached in a lighter way, in a playful way. And that's where you can actually balance these intense energies with joy, spontaneity, be playful, navigate those ups and downs. It doesn't need to be so serious all the time. And yeah, squirrels can be highly social, but they can also be known to be isolating in themselves. They are communication experts, they connect with their community. And this is very important when it comes to mirroring that trait with the counterparts, right? Deep bond communication, fostering this sense of togetherness, deepening your relationship with yourself and your partner. And the last thing that I wanted to share is about the hummingbirds. So if you're seeing hummingbirds, if you've clicked on this video and you've not seen a hummingbird, this is your sign, because it is a special symbolism when it comes to both soulmates, twin flames, divine counterparts. This is the quality of joy, resilience, pursuit of the sweetest moments in life. These tiny, vibrant birds are known for their ability to hover in one place, move swiftly. They extract nectar from flowers, and it makes them powerful symbols in the context of deep spiritual relationships. So, specifically for soulmates, hummingbirds represent the joy and beauty that come from being in harmonious relationships. They seek out the most vibrant flowers to feed on, and that is actually the soulmates are drawing on each other's highest qualities. They're nurturing the connection that is both uplifting, it's fulfilling, and it actually is a reminder to find the sweetness in the smallest of places, right? Have the capacity to find joy, to have meaning in the everyday moments, and have this presence where you are focusing on the lightness, the happiness, the joy, even amongst those challenges. So for twin flames, hummingbirds actually symbolize the resilience and the ability to overcome those obstacles with grace. We have said it earlier before, we know how intense and how turbulent this connection can be, but it's saying that you are able to travel far and wide despite this seemingly being a small energy. If you've got that energy within you, it's being built up, it's actually expanding in a very vibrant way, even if you can't see it tangibly. And it's saying that you are able to overcome these great challenges to reunite and fulfill your spiritual purpose. You're able to have time to pause, reflect, be in the present moment. And that is the most important thing right now, is being where you are right now. Balance this movement, this stillness. That is why it's so symbolic for twin flames. And actually, isn't it so incredible that the hummingbirds are also known for their iridescent feathers that change color in different light? It's just showing us that this is a multifaceted nature of the soul connections. And just as the hummingbird's beauty is revealed from different angles, this is about both counterparts unveiling those new layers of depth, understanding, nurturing that relationship so it can evolve and expand and grow. So you can constantly reveal these new dimensions of love and spiritual growth. So it is about, encouraging both of you to seek out the sweetness of life, to challenge yourselves, navigate those challenges with grace, with humility, with love, with connection, and come into your highest vibration. So if you found any of these animals useful, if you've come across any of these animals, or if, for example, you haven't, but this is your specific animal sign, please let us know in the comments box. And I'd love to share it around the community. I'm sending you guys so much love. Click the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already and you've stayed this long. I appreciate all of you and your support. Thanks so much. Bye for now.